Hopefully everything sounds better in this small room. But guess are you ready, Butters?
I'm ready.
All right, this is number 2 with no Grandy.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, everybody, welcome back to another podcast. If you're new here, this is the Bearfish Fanatics podcast. My name is Kit. I have a fishing YouTube channel called Fishing Kit, and today with me I have Butters. You want to do a quick little intro for yourself, Butters?
I'm Jeremy Butters. I just actually recently launched my YouTube channel, Central Iowa Angler, and yeah, there's been a lot of traffic and for one video, and I appreciate the support, guys. So
Yeah.
thanks for the shout out on the last video.
Oh yeah, no
that
problem.
You launched. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So
Well, anything to help a buddy.
it's cool.
All right, man. Let's. What are we drinking here? So I got some 2 random beers. It was my roommate's birthday over the weekend, and I opened the fridge, and there's some random beers in there. And this one is from Rogue Brewery. It's a hazy IPA called the Bat Squatch. So Rogue is out of Newport, Oregon. Sorry, I have a hard time reading sometimes. But yeah, hazy IPA. It's slightly more citrusy, not as bitter IPA. According to this, they got like a little chart here. It's a maximum tropical and mostly citrus.
It's a pretty cool looking can.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe I zoom in over there. What do you got?
I got a Goose Island beer. It's a bright, sunshiny haze.
Yeah, it's another hazy IPA.
Hazy beer hug.
Yeah, this one is 6.7%. How many percent is that one? I think that's like 6.9.
6.8. And this is out of Chicago, Illinois.
Yep, Goose Island.
And Fort Collins, Colorado.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't know if they're considered a craft brewery anymore.
Hazy India Pale Ale.
Because I think NBev bought them. Maybe. Or was that Boulevard? I don't remember. I think Boulevard might be out of Illinois. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anywho, cheers to another podcast. I got to be careful with the table being all rumbly.
Not bad.
Tastes like a hazy IPA. Citrusy, not so bitter IPA. I'm pretty sure that tastes about the same.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
See, this one's not that bitter.
No?
I wonder if yours says the IBUs out there. Mine is 54. So if you don't know, IBUs is like the International Bitter Unit or something. Basically, that's how they measure the bitterness of beer. So if you want to kind of get a feel for how bitter a beer is without actually tasting it, you just try to look up the IBUs. The higher the number, the more bitter it is. And I don't know if this one says it on here. Oh, it's probably... I'm guessing it'll be similar to this one. SRH. Now, what the heck is that? SRM 12? I don't know. Maybe... I need to brush up on my craft beer lingo.
Maybe we should take a trip down to the bait shop.
Bait shop?
Yeah.
Yeah? I haven't been there in a long time. I think it'd be pretty loud to do a podcast there, though.
No, just for...
Beer,
just for the fun.
Yeah. We are right beneath the bathroom. Actually, the bathroom is over there, and my roommate's taking a shower. So if you guys are wondering what that noise was, we're in my basement. It's a little bit more, I was going to say, soundproof down here, unless somebody's taking a shower. And the lighting's pretty good in here.
Good timing, Dara.
Yeah.
No.
Anywho, it is, Monday? First day of the week. Had a pretty long day at work. But yesterday... Wait, no, not yesterday. Yesterday I was recovering from a hangover. Like I said, it was my roommate's birthday over the weekend. So I did not get out fishing. Did you go fishing yesterday, Butters?
I did. I should have just stayed home.
Yeah. Why is that?
It was slow.
Yeah? What do you mean slow? Come on, give us some details here.
I should have gotten up early and went back to a certain body of water because I would have caught more fish. But
The honey hole.
yeah, but I went somewhere else and went there optimistically.
I mean,
Had high hopes, and I didn't get skunked, so there's that. I caught like a little 12-inch walleye, but not what I wanted to spend my afternoon doing. If I could have had the energy, I would have gotten up early in the morning and made the trip. But
I think if you're gonna keep looking over this way, I think I should put the mic right there.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, remember, speak into the mic.
Got you.
Yeah, you're talking to the audience. I mean, you're talking to me too, but the audience is here.
But yeah, in hindsight, I would have went back. But I got to fish with a friend, and we talked for a couple hours. So it's not always about the catching fish. Sometimes it's about catching up with buddies. And
Yeah, you used to be in the Marines with him.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. So
Well,
Yeah.
that's cool.
yeah,
Yeah, he actually hit me up, your buddy.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm blah blah blah, Butters buddy. We used to be in the Marines together. Well, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, wait, I recognize his name, and
He's trying to get some insight, some information.
I gave him a little tidbits here and there. I didn't lead him to the honey hole, but I gave him a few pointers.
Yeah, I told him maybe if you're nice, he could sneak down there one of these days with us.
All right,
But that'd be one more person catching fish, and one less chance for me to catch a fish. So
right. Anyways, let's
Just
rewind to Saturday. That was the day we both got out, and well, how do you think it went? Let's hear your perspective first.
I mean, if we're talking from a team effort, it went great.
Yeah,
But
you're talking about like as
the
far
fa-
as setting up and
so-
dragging stuff.
so as far as like the day, the way it started, I left my phone in the truck. So that was I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to cut out at least 20 minutes of fishing going back there and back to get my phone at some point. So I tried to wait till it was slow, but I don't know. It was pretty consistent and steady through the morning bite, I thought.
Well, some people would say that's the point of fishing. You shouldn't be worried about your phone.
Yeah, but you know me. If I catch a nice fish, I like to take a photo.
Well, you're not going to be catching a nice fish if you're spending half an hour walking back and forth to the
that's
truck.
touche. That's true. That's true. Got to be better prepared next time.
I guess it goes along with saying, pics or it didn't happen, right?
Right.
Well, of course, not like I didn't have a phone. Like I couldn't snap a
Well,
picture.
and I had my GoPro with me, so I mean, I didn't really need my phone per se, but
There's ways we could have mitigated
yeah,
your lack of a way of taking pictures.
yeah.
But
It's all good. Hindsight.
yeah, it's okay. I mean, I understand. Every time I leave my phone somewhere, I feel naked.
Yeah.
Like man, it's like forgetting to put on your underwear or something. Like man, it feels weird.
I don't know. And then we had a really good lunch. That was really good. We had some lettuce wraps with some fresh fish, some
Yep.
catfish this time.
Catfish, white bass, crappie.
We actually had a mixed bag, and it was. You really couldn't. I mean, you could tell the catfish, but
Yeah. Well, once you put everything together,
Yeah,
and put the
you
hot
re-
sauce
you really
on it,
couldn't tell.
yeah, you could barely.
it was
tell.
good though. It was good though.
Sorry.
I'm a big fan of fresh fish on the ice. I don't know. It always tastes better to me when you cook it right then after you catch it. I think that's like the best.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite ways to eat fish, and I've probably eaten fish more in the last 2 weeks than I have since I don't know, like last fall or something.
Yeah.
So, I don't keep a lot of fish, but I mean, you're hauling all this stuff while you're ice fishing, anyways. What's one more basket of stuff?
Right. Or one little sack of a few fish.
Yeah.
It's,
And then we were out there all day anyways, so it was either leave and go get food or just bring stuff to cook with.
which we both brought sandwiches
Yeah.
as a backup or afternoon snack. I actually ate mine on the way back, but um, I don't know. We had a good lunch, and then after that, I missed a couple opportunities. I missed some really good bites. I thought the action was pretty good, pretty consistent. Um, I definitely got my butt kicked as far as quality of fish that day, but that's nothing new.
All is right in the world.
It's what I've learned from fishing with you this year. When you've got that live scope and I don't, it's a game changer, man. Like, it's definitely worth the investment, I think, and I think I'm gonna save up and buy one here soon. But when you just three instances I can think of off the top of my head where you've caught nice fish. One, a walleye that was suspended at 12 feet.
Oh, yeah.
And you raised up and you got him to turn around.
Right.
Another instance was a catfish that was suspended at like probably 15 feet or something like that. And same deal, you raised it up, it stopped, came up and smashed your bait. And then this weekend, you caught a really nice...
Caught a chungus, a big chungus.
I'll let you explain what happened because it was kind of cool. I got to watch it happen on live scope, but...
So why couldn't you do that on a flasher?
You can. I mean, you can fish for suspended marks, but you have to... you kind of have to be guessing, at the time. Like, if you're fishing in really deeper water, it's... I don't know. You're not going to be able to tell when a fish is cruising like that, moving that fast. I don't know if you can really tell on a Vexilar.
It's harder to pick out
You'll
bigger
see
fish.
You'll see it come across your screen, but it'll be a blip.
Yeah,
it won't be there long if it's cruising.
Yeah, because it'll just be under your cone. It'll be under your narrow cone for a little bit, but then it'll be gone. With the live scope, it has a super wide cone. As far as
you can see the fish
laterally.
You can see them coming from what, 40 30, 40 feet away.
20 feet each direction.
And that's plenty of reaction time to get your lure up to tantalize that fish and possibly get it to bite.
Yeah, this guy's coming in at 12 feet from 20 feet away, and I can be ready with the flasher. It's hard to do that. Once he's under you, you can do that, but if he's not under you, you won't know until he's there. But yeah, anyway, so I was just working this one school of fish, and I just saw this big mark, and he just stood out amongst all the other fish, and he was going left and right. And the thing with catfish, if you have live scope, you can notice them turning their whole bodies. So just imagine like this longer skinny fish. They I don't know if it's like they have bad eyesight or what, but a lot of times they won't just go straight for your bait. They'll come up to it, lose where it's at, turn around, face the other way, lose where it's at, then turn back around, and then they'll find it, and then they'll slowly go up to it. And this fish was mixed in with what I would guess would be crappies, and it was huge.
Yeah, it was 12, 13 pounds probably, I would say. Being generous, modest,
yeah, I'll just say 10 pounds. 10-pound
this
catfish.
guy, he always does this.
Hey, it's better to be under than over.
It was a 10 plus pound catfish. That's all I'll say. It was nice. It was cool. It was cool to see it through the ice because I got to see it like 5 feet, 6 feet down below us.
Yeah. So
it was cool.
At the honey hole, usually we could catch fish all day, but that afternoon
it was a struggle.
It was pretty tough for everybody, and there were more people there than there has been all season. At least since we've been going, there was 4 other people there.
The last 2 times, yeah.
I mean, in that spot.
Yeah.
In the spot that we went, like
Yeah.
next to us.
Yeah.
But these guys were close. They were like there was 4 other guys besides me and Butters. It hasn't been like that.
No.
There'd been other people there, but they weren't even close, like a few hundred yards away. But there's a group of 2 guys, maybe, I don't know, 60, 70 yards away from us. And our buddy Matt and our buddy Bacon was there. And that afternoon bite was pretty slow. I have a feeling that maybe it was just the amount of people.
The pressure.
Yeah.
It could have been.
Because 4 other people that normally it's just me and you and maybe Bacon.
I don't know. And then the other guys were drilling holes like every, I don't know, 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, it wasn't super. I
No,
mean, they weren't drilling a whole bunch.
It wasn't bad, but
I don't know. I'm just
it was more pressure.
more pressure than what we've
that,
been doing.
for that area. But
I mean, that means there was another live scope going at least, and then 3 other flashers. I think the fish can feel all that stuff. I feel like just with my live scope, if fish are like super tentative, they can really pick up on the live scope because I talked about it before. With the live scope, there's like 3 cones and they're stitched together. So where 2 cones would meet, I feel like fish can really feel that because a lot of times they'll just swim up, they'll approach where the two angles meet, and then they'll just stop and then turn around.
It's an interesting theory. Maybe that's why certain bodies of water that are heavily hit or fished on the weekends with multiple devices being used, maybe that's why it's tougher and more of a finickier bite.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the fish can hear that stuff.
Yeah.
Because, they got like the lateral line, so they pick up. That's like a sense that we as humans don't have. Like, we don't have that sense that they would feel. And then water carries sound because sonar is sound. Water carries sound so far. So, I mean, if you got like 10 sonars going all at once in the same area.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. You think about it. Every time we're by ourselves on that spot, like we don't have any issues with anything.
Yeah,
like
so
fishing.
I mean, it could be a coincidence, but the slowest time it's been there so far was when there was the most amount of people there.
Yeah.
Coincidence? Maybe. It's not exact science. I mean, if we keep going back, let's say we go back 2 more times and there's the same amount of people there, it's still as slow. And then we go back where it's just us, and then the fishing's phenomenal. Then maybe you could make the argument, but I don't know. That's just the theory I have.
Have you looked at the weather? The 10-day looks.
It looks so.
It looks pretty good at the end of it.
Yeah, but man, I was just driving by.
They're predicting colder weather coming up, so.
10 days is long ways out. I never take the 10-day into much.
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't take it into much consideration. 10 days, they can't even guess the weather right like tomorrow, let alone 10 days out.
But it could change.
Yeah, it could change. It could change like for the worse too. You know what I mean?
They could push it back.
Yeah.
The systems.
Yeah, you can't. I don't know. I don't read too far into the 10-day forecast. 2-3 days out, yeah, I'd be more. I'd take it more seriously. But I think after tomorrow or the next day, it's supposed to cool down a little bit. And I was driving by ponds today. There's this pit near my house, and man, that ice was looking really soft. It was like super gray. Like it was all gray.
Yeah.
And there's another lake near my house. That ice was super gray looking. There's like big pockets of areas that were kind of open.
Yeah.
At least it looked open. It could just be water sitting on top because it's been so warm and it rained last night.
We need cold weather.
I know. After seeing the ice today, I was like, man, because I was talking about camping this weekend, but seeing the ice today, I was like, ooh, that ice looks sketchy. Because the ice at least up until this point, it's been pretty clear. And usually clear ice is really the strongest ice you can have. But looking at the ice the way it is now, it's kind of discolored. It's gray.
You get the bubbles.
Yeah. So I think with the gray ice, there's a lot of air pockets or a lot of air bubbles in there. That's why it's gray.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I want to camp, but geez, man, this weather's stupid.
It's not cooperating with us at all for what we're trying to do.
Anyways, so let's say we do camp. What do you? I got a long ass packing list of stuff I want to bring. I probably got like 30. I basically put everything that I would bring with me to camp. That's all my normal fishing stuff. So here you go. Ice camp. I got, I don't know, what's that, like 50 things on there.
Oh my gosh.
But I broke it down with stuff I would normally bring, like my GoPros, auger, jaw jacker,
Right.
live scope. But when you're packing that much stuff, it's so easy to forget something.
I think toilet paper is very important.
Yeah, I put wet wipes out down here. They get a little cold, but it's a little more sanitary.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I got all the food. See, food, fillet knife, cutting board, meat grind, water, oil, paper towel, JL, paper plates, butane, fish wrap stuff, steak, question mark, butter, rice and veggies, question mark, snacks. I got it all on here because the last thing I want to do is
Get out there and not have it.
and forget something.
Like a heater.
A heater. Wait, do I got heater on here? Let me see. Oh, heater, propane. I got the essentials: cot, sleeping bag.
I got to get a sleeping bag still. A new one.
Yeah. I let you use my old one, but you're probably too tall for it.
Probably. It's all right.
So you probably haven't thought about it as much as I have. I got it all planned out. Everything I'm bringing. I made a list. I even made myself reminders, charge everything. And I even got a shopping list. Like, okay, I need to get some stuff for some fish wraps because I want to make the traditional fish wrap. I talked about it last time with the pineapple sauce. The only thing I would leave out is the vermicelli. It's like rice noodle instead of the mee goreng. But then I changed my mind. I was like, you know what? Mee goreng is easier. Because with those noodles, unless I cook them the day before, it might be okay, but it might not be as good as if I made noodles out there. But those noodles I would not want to make out there because you gotta boil them for a really long time.
Yeah.
Then you gotta drain them out, let them cool down. Yeah, mee goreng is just easier. I mean, you have to do all that with mee goreng, but it's instant.
And it's delicious.
Yeah, and it's good. So yeah, I plan on bringing like lettuce, cucumber, mango, cilantro, mint. Put all this stuff in the wrap with the noodles, and I'm gonna make that pineapple sauce. I've been looking up videos.
It's going to be epic, man.
Man, yeah, it might be epic bathroom break the next morning or that night.
That night, middle of the night.
I got my toilet lid for my bucket, and I put down black trash bags.
My buddy said he had to use a 5-gallon bucket the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other day?
Yeah.
Was he camping?
No.
Man, just
I've been there. I got to a lake, got set up. It's like, man, I gotta go.
Well, I'll be ready. I might even ask my neighbor for some cat litter. Because he's got cats. The guy lives across the street, Elton. I don't know if he listens to the podcast, but he watches my videos. Bring some cat litter, just leave it in the bottom of the trash bag. If I gotta go,
There you go.
it'll dry it out. And yeah, because last year I brought a white trash bag and no cat litter. Well, if you walked by my tent the next day, you could tell I took a dump out there.
There's no hiding it.
You know, if I had a trash bag or a black trash bag and cat litter, it ain't so bad. We've been trying to camp for like the past 2 weeks, and the weather has been kind of stupid.
I mean, it's going to be cold enough.
Yeah, but it was what, 56 today?
Yeah.
It rained last night.
Yeah.
The high tomorrow is what, 40?
40 tomorrow, and then Wednesday gets back down below freezing, 30 degrees.
Yeah, barely. That isn't gonna do shit.
But Thursday, Friday, it's down below freezing. So supposed to be a chance of snow too. I think 80% chance
On what?
Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as long as we're not gonna get a whole bunch of snow, I would still want to camp, because snow sucks.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to dredge through 6 inches of snow.
Yeah. So this spot, I'm trying to think, like, with all the
Twice.
stuff that I got, how many trips do I have to take? Because it's gonna be a lot of stuff. It's already a lot of stuff when I'm not camping, but I'm gonna be bringing so much more stuff.
I think I can strategically pack it to where I only have to make one trip.
I don't know. Your sled's gonna be like 4 feet high.
That's my point. I'm gonna double strap it, stack it like Tetris, and
I wouldn't want that shit to tip over.
I know it'd be a headache.
Yeah, at that point I would just do 2 trips.
Maybe do one trip down to the edge, and then bring the rest, and then stack it all on top, and then, because then after that you'd only have a smooth sailing.
That's true, unless there's a bunch of snow.
Unless there's a bunch of snow, then you're gonna be making 2. But then, yeah, I mean, even if you only make 2 trips from that point, that's still not as bad. You don't have to go all the way back up.
I just feel like I have so much stuff, and I got a slimmer sled, even though it's longer. Yeah, my sled isn't huge. I feel like I'm gonna have to take like 3 trips for all the shit that I got.
So,
Look at my sleeping bag. Where's my sleeping bag?
you got it over there in
It's
the
over
corner?
there. Hold on, let me grab it real quick. No, not in the corner.
What do we got for time here? We good?
27.
Okay. He's gonna be right back, guys.
Look at this thing.
Oh my god.
It's gigantic.
That's
But I can't even
can't
fit it
get
in the frame.
Can't even get it in the frame. You could probably fit it in between us here.
All right, guys. So this monstrosity.
That is not small.
No, it is a giant sleeping bag.
Made by Teton Sports.
Yep. Rated for negative 25 degrees.
Oh, at least you'll be comfortable.
It's bigger than a 5-gallon bucket.
You got any of those big totes? Those big plastic totes?
I do have like a Foot Locker thing.
You could put it in that with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. And then that way I'd use it as a table too.
And then you could use it as a table.
Yep. But yeah. I don't know if you thought I was exaggerating when I was talking about it before, but that thing, that's going to require like half a trip by itself.
It's a pretty big damn sleeping bag, let me tell you.
Yeah, when I saw the box sitting outside, oh, holy shit, that is a big ass box. Then I opened it up, I was like, oh my god, no wonder the box was so big.
Yeah, that's it's definitely not a space saver.
No, I hope I didn't get like a double sleeping bag. Wouldn't that be something? I don't think I did. I better check my receipt. I mean, they could have sent me a double.
It looks comfortable, even inside the sack.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So that's why I think I'm gonna have to take like 3 trips. And the video went out. Yeah, I think we'll take a little break and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. So I just figured, you know what? Let's talk about our setup a little bit. I got some of my sleeping stuff with me. I feel like if you're going to do this, you might as well try to be as comfortable as you can. Because if you aren't comfortable, you're not going to have a good time.
It's going to be a long night on the ice.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've had some... every night I've spent on the ice, except for the last time, I actually slept okay, but most of the time it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Because conditions aren't ideal. It could be windy, and it gets real loud when it's windy. But as far as sleeping goes, so I'm going to be sleeping on a cot. Man, I got a lot of Teton Sports stuff. Holler at me, Teton Sports. I got a Teton Sports cot. It's not a lightweight cot. It's not one of those super light $300 fold up cots that you can roll up and stick it in a bag. It's one of those big folding, heavy. It probably weighs, I don't know, 30 pounds. But the good thing about it is it's tall. So once I set it up, I can stick a whole bunch of stuff underneath.
Yep, good for storing underneath.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you save a lot of space by stuffing stuff underneath the cot. Like all these bags that we're gonna be bringing, like the stuff sack for this, my sleeping bag, whatever random bags and stuff. I just throw it all underneath my cot, and yeah, you save a lot of room. You don't save weight, but you save room. And I got a pillow, Teton Sports pillow, not sponsored. I paid with this, with my own money, no discount, full price.
You sound like me with clam.
I know you with clam, but I don't know. I like this brand. They're not like the most crazy expensive stuff, but they're not the super dirt cheap Walmart stuff, which is fine if you buy that stuff, but it's kind of a middle ground.
Yeah.
As far as gear goes. But yeah. So with the sleeping setup, I'm gonna have the cot and I have a yoga mat. And I just happen to have another one because Butter was talking about I need to get one of those because the more barrier you can put between you and the cold air that's in your tent, the better. Because you're going to be losing a lot of body heat. Because if you just do the sleeping bag, this sleeping bag is probably going to be okay. But this is just another layer that puts in between you and the cold air.
I noticed my back was pretty cold the last time I camped.
Yep.
Because the cold air was coming up underneath my cot and through my sleeping bag. So that'll definitely help out a little bit, I think. So
I think the term is convection.
Yeah.
So basically that cold air, it's going to be circulating underneath you and pulling warm air off your body. But if you put something in between you and that air, let's say, a yoga mat. I even got some reflective bubble piping wrap thing over there. I don't know if you can see it.
Yep.
I could even go as far as bringing that too. And then I got this big old negative 25 degree Fahrenheit sleeping bag.
Do you use a fan to rotate the heat?
Yeah, I do have a fan. And I think I'm going to clip it on top now. Before I had it behind my heater and blowing towards me, but all that heat's rising anyways. I might as well clip it to the top of my tent and have it blow down. Because when you stand up, the top of the tent's super
always hot. Always, yeah. Always. Is it a battery operated?
Yeah, it's battery operated.
Okay. Where can somebody get something like that?
Amazon.
I
could probably even put a link for you.
Or Walmart.
Yeah.
Or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Menards.
It's just a little portable, rechargeable fan. It's got lights. It's even got lights on it.
And then obviously we use foam mats for our floor.
Yep. I got some extra foam mats since I ruined yours, so you can have those too.
I did a pretty good job of ruining mine, but we'll figure it out.
There's like 4 or 5 over there. I'm not gonna use them. You can have them.
I only need, because I don't want a whole floor. I'm probably only gonna need 9.
I'm gonna do a whole floor.
Oh, you're gonna do a fully insulated.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a whole floor. I even got. Well, you saw my picture. I got three foam mats with a hole in the middle.
You got them already cut out and ready to roll.
I already got them cut out, ready to roll. 10 inches, and I did it like the dummy way. I took a ruler, and I basically did a 10-inch line. Then I intersected with 10-inch line. Then I intersect that 10-inch line. I could just get like a plate or a bucket and just trace around it. But I didn't think about that until after I cut it out.
I wonder what the diameter is on a 5-gallon bucket is on the bottom of a 5-gallon bucket.
I think it's like 10, like a little over 10 inches.
Yeah. I have to check that out sometime. I'm kind of curious now.
So I think I'm going to have 16 tiles. I think a 4x4.
That'll give you a floor sticking outside of the hub.
Yeah.
But that's what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that way my tent doesn't freeze to the ice.
Correct.
But
which is making me rethink my strategy.
so I got 3/4 inch thick foam mats, half inch. Because the first year I had 1/4 inch.
Mine aren't that thick. I don't think.
I think yours are like quarter.
Yeah, they're not that thick.
So the first year I had 1/4 inch, and that was pretty thin. And then last year I picked up, I think, some half inch. And all these puzzle pieces, they kind of fit together, but unless you buy the exact same ones, they don't really fit together
You gotta
that
buy
well.
like 4 packs at once.
Yeah. I think the one I have, it came in a 6-pack. So I'm going to have 12 3/4 inch thick pads and 4 half-inch pads. Because the 3/4 inch pads are going to be what's underneath my feet, like with my cotton and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
the half-inch ones is the ones where I got my holes cut out. I might leave one corner open to leave my boots. Yeah, because I might bring my slippers or
Or
just
just comfy.
or my Huck boots that I always wear.
Yeah.
I'll probably bring those.
I might bring my flip flops.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would. Look, if you're gonna do this, you want to be comfortable.
Yeah, because I don't want to be in my boots for.
No.
We've been out there and we've been roughing it, man. Like, as far as being stuck in boots and bibs
Yeah.
for. I think it's nice to
10
kick your
hours.
boots off and
Well,
just be in comfortable footwear, and
Yes.
you don't have to worry about getting your feet wet when you have the floor all set up. So
Yeah.
that's the nice thing about camping.
Yeah, water will seep up through the cracks in between the pads. That's why I'm gonna bring just like regular shoes or those Huck boots that I have or slippers. Cause those floor mats will get cold because they're literally on ice.
Yeah, they do.
But it beats having to throw on your boots because you don't have your floor covered. Especially if you're laying in bed in the cot, you're not gonna be laying in there with your boots on. I'll be laying there with socks. Just fish are coming. Just hop out of bed.
No wet feet,
Yeah,
wet cold feet.
Wet, cold feet.
That's not what camping's about.
that reminds me. I need to bring a towel, because when you catch a fish, that stuff's gonna splash on your floor, and if your feet get wet, you want to dry them off.
Maybe bring a towel for your floor and a towel for your live scope screen.
I'll just keep the life scope screen away from the hole. It doesn't have to be right next to the hole.
Oh yeah, true.
Because I got 3 holes, and they're gonna be spaced out pretty good. Because I just got 1 hole in the middle of one of these foam pads, and I got 3 of them. So 1 for the live scope, and 1 for 1 rod, and 1 for another rod. So I'll jig 1 rod, and dead stick 1 rod.
Wish I knew somebody that let me borrow one for a weekend. Try it out.
Right. Oh,
It's all right though.
yeah. I
You-
mean,
You got anything that you're gonna try to accomplish this weekend by ice camping, or are you gonna try and catch fish at night?
I'll probably put a jaw jacker out.
Yeah. Are you gonna try and catch walleye at night?
Depends. I mean, I don't know. Night fishing sucks, dude. Night fishing in Iowa sucks, especially with that turbid water, because the
Makes
water
it-
was getting more murky.
Makes it harder to see.
Yeah, the water was getting more murky since we started going there.
So you'd have to, maybe you just have to use a bigger, brighter lure,
Maybe, I don't know.
more obnoxious, more louder.
I think at night I'm just gonna put a crappie head on a jaw jacker down there, because if I'm gonna be woken up in the middle of the night,
Big old catfish.
it better be a big chungus.
What qualifies as a big chungus?
I don't know, 10-pounder, 10-pound catfish, 10 plus pounds.
For Iowa, yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good catfish.
That is good. I'd say that's a good catfish.
That's good catfish
In most parts of the country.
Yeah, it is. I haven't caught a big one yet this year.
Nope, not yet.
I'm kind of jealous.
We know they exist
Oh, they do.
because you got a chance this weekend.
I had 2. Well, one I know of. I think the other one was a fish with stripes.
Right. See, I'm debating whether or not to bring minnows. I still have minnows from
I'm gonna buy
how many
some.
weeks ago? I might
Actually,
not
I'm
bring
not.
any. It's just more stuff to bring,
It's one more thing of space that I'd have to take up.
and it's not light because you gotta carry water in there. I don't know, and it's not like we needed minnows.
Nah, dry stick plastics have been working pretty well.
Cod bait's been working just fine. Cause the times we've been going out, whole minnow barely got hit. Barely. We probably caught, I don't know. Me, first two outings, maybe first three outings. I had a live minnow down there the whole time on those first three outings. I probably put like 16 hours with minnows down in the
Yeah.
water. Probably only caught like 5 fish.
I, I don't know. I'm starting to think that it might be a early season and a late ice for the whole minnow deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. Through 3 years, I've kind of experienced that they're not really. Most fish aren't hitting live minnows at this point.
That's true. Because
In-
when
in
I
the
was using
season.
live minnows at the end of last season, I was
fire.
tearing it
Yeah,
up.
fire.
Tearing it up.
I've noticed that at the end of my first two ice seasons, using a whole minnow or using cut minnow,
Yeah.
it's pretty good action.
Well, I'm using cut fish no matter what, whether that's minnows
Well,
or crappie or
cut-
white bass.
People probably think I'm a hypocrite because I love crappie and I love catching them. I think you should put the big ones back, but they're also really good bait. So
Yeah, but we'll catch plenty of small crappies. So we will. Well, we have been. Let's not get ahead of ourselves by saying we will catch plenty of smaller crappies to use as bait because, as I said, the bite's been slowing down a bit more and more each time we go.
I think that has something to do with the fact that we're getting almost to that mid to late, not late ice season, but we
Like
haven't,
mid.
that mid ugly grind part of ice fishing where you quote unquote struggle, or it can be a struggle.
Yeah. I don't know, but it could be a bunch of stuff because, like I said, there's been more and more people showing up there because last time there was 6 of us compared to usually what 3 at the most, me and you and one other guy.
Yeah.
This last time was 6 people.
The one day there was 10 people probably.
Yeah, but they were far enough away where I don't think it would have mattered.
No,
they were
wouldn't
a
affect-
couple hundred, 300
But
yards away.
we had a good day.
Oh yeah, we had
So
a phenomenal day.
it didn't matter.
But in our area, it was just me and you. That was it for a few hundred yards.
Bacon show up that day?
I think he's been there like every day, almost every day. Maybe he wasn't there that. No, that was the day where he caught the big wiper.
Yeah.
When all those other people were
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
So he was there. So I feel like maybe 3.
3 people is good in that
Yeah,
spot.
yeah, 3
Anything
people-
more than that, it's no good.
Yeah, based on our last experience, over 3 people,
Yeah.
the fish get a little wary because they weren't moving in and out like they have been. Because we were on a point and the guys were on another point across from us. And I feel like they're moving from one point to another. But now that there's people on that side and people on this side, the fish are moving in different directions. That's why we didn't see.
I think that's why we saw some of them kind of stop and then they fade away.
Yeah.
Like they kind of just would go around
Yep.
us.
I'm telling you, man, fish feel the sonar.
Oh, they do. I don't think that's any lie. I've said that I've been vocal out fishing. When I see people punching 20-something holes, I'm like, all you're doing is, you're making a move. That's all they're doing. They're moving. Every time you punch a hole, they're moving.
I don't even try to get up and walk around, even at the depth that we're fishing, because I notice as soon as there's any sound, man, they start acting weird.
Yeah, I have to pee a lot, so
Yeah, and you smoke too.
yeah, I do. I need to quit that habit.
Yeah, do it for the fish.
Do it.
Imagine if you didn't get up to smoke.
Yeah.
Imagine how many fish you could have caught in that time frame.
That's true. That's true.
Let's say you get up to smoke what, like 6-7 times in a day. Let's say you spend 5 minutes each time.
I'd say maybe 4
4 in a 12-hour day, like as long as we've been going.
Okay, maybe 5.
5. Let's say you take 5-6 minutes.
Because I have one after lunch and usually one before lunch because it starts to slow down then. But,
and then some random breaks,
Yeah.
and after the.
I usually try to knock it out while I'm peeing too. Like, don't want to waste.
That's like half an hour every day, and you could be catching fish.
Oh, I can't help the peeing thing. I gotta pee.
But you can help the smoking.
I could. You're right.
I don't want to lecture you.
No.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to, not influence you, but I'm trying to motivate you
to quit smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I need to quit smoking.
You could have caught a 10-pounder. What if that moment when you got up to go smoke, that was your 10-pounder chance?
But I was in the shack though.
Not when you're smoking.
No, I'm saying when you caught that
Yeah,
fish.
when I caught it.
I was fishing.
No, I'm just saying.
But I get your.
There could have been another opportunity.
I understand what you're saying.
But you were outside smoking.
I get it. Yeah. No, I get it. Listen. I had my opportunities. I missed them. And there's nothing I can do but be humbled and go back and try again the next time and learn from it. I think I was running too big a bait, too big a pieces of cut bait, and I don't know. It just wasn't my day. Though I did win some money on scratch tickets, so that's cool. I'll take that. My luck came in that form. So
yeah, you used up all your luck on scratch tickets.
Yeah, I won like $150 or something like that on 3 days on 4 different scratch tickets. So it's not a bad weekend. I don't buy them very often.
Right. Maybe grab a scratch ticket, scratch it out on the ice while camping. We talked a little bit about food. I want to do the lettuce wraps, more traditional style. Like I already talked about it, but what else do we want to cook out there?
I think steak wouldn't be a bad option.
Steak?
Yeah.
Steak and rice. Maybe fried rice.
I think steak's a good choice. I'll buy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Eat it with the sauce. The pineapple sauce. I think you'll like the pineapple sauce. I remember I used to love it when I was growing up, and ever since I gotten older, I haven't eaten it very much. But I remember when I was younger, I would love it. Like, man, this sauce is so good.
Well, I'm sure if it's anything like the Jiao sauce,
yeah,
I'll thoroughly like it. So that's the bar's already set high.
Yeah. See, it's basically kind of similar, but with pineapple in there.
Even better. A little bit of sweetness with the heat.
Yep.
I think that'll be dope.
Yep. It should be really good.
Put it on fish or steak. I mean, that little surf and turf action, that won't be too bad.
Probably gonna have to take a shit the next day. I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. I mean, we sit there and eat instant noodles all night, I guess. You ever have the fire noodles? Like, if you look up Korean fire noodle challenge, it's very super hot instant noodle. It's basically a super hot mee goreng because there's no soup.
Kind of like the one chip challenge type deal.
Not quite that
noodles.
crazy. Not quite that crazy.
Not that hot.
Like with actual flavor.
Oh, okay.
It can be pretty hot, but not quite that. It's not mind-numbingly hot, but really hot. But it tastes really good at the same time.
Probably tear me up.
It'll tear me up. It'll tear up my stomach, and then the next day.
Those hot Cheeto chili, whatever they were, chili fusion.
Yeah, speaking to Mike, dude.
They were they were pretty spicy on my stomach. New flavor coming out.
Yeah.
Not out yet. I think it comes out.
Oh, I thought you
week.
meant new flavor coming out of your ass.
No, something like that. But yeah.
Jesus.
Some slaying going on. It sounds
somebody's
like
getting freaking murdered over there. Jesus.
I'm looking forward to it though. There's a few things I want to accomplish this weekend, and I'm hoping I can get that done.
Oh wait, I didn't even talk about what I wanted to accomplish. Did I? Because we kind of went off and talked about
Yeah,
what did we talk about? Food?
we're talking about.
We're smoking.
Yeah,
All right, I'll let you go first since
I want to try and get a night bite on film. I really do. Whether it's through using glow jigs or dead sticking, cut bait or whatever.
you better get some lights.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
You better get a light for your GoPro also.
Yeah, I gotta go to the store. I got a lot of things I gotta get done this weekend.
Fortunately for me, I already did all my buying stuff over the. I mean, I've done it a few times, so I don't have to go out and get a whole bunch of stuff. I just have to fine tune what I have. But I just need to get groceries pretty much.
Yeah.
No, night bite. I have very, very low expectations. I'm gonna put a jaw jacker out with a crappie head on there, and that's maybe it. I might try to jig for a little bit, but
You'll probably get bored with it.
probably I could be wrong though, man. It could be a on fire night bite, but based on my
Well,
experience,
if you hear me hooting and hollering,
I'm like, man, shut up, Butters, trying to sleep.
I'm over here catching 20-inch walleyes,
We'll see.
15-inch crappies.
We'll see. Just like that 10-pound wiper you supposed to catch yesterday, right?
Yeah, my body said, go to sleep, go back to sleep.
Yeah, Saturday was a long day.
Yeah, I think it was a combination of Saturday and just a long 3 weeks. And then that week I went ice fishing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Took a break Friday.
Jeez.
Went Saturday. So I think my body just, I had the time. I could have gotten up and went, and I wish I would have, because I probably could have caught a nice fish. But I think it's, too much. What's that saying? How's that saying go? Too much
Too much of a good thing?
Yeah, that saying.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way I was going on Sunday.
Sometimes you just got to take a break and take a step back and
Yeah.
give it a rest and fine tune your craft. And I didn't have exactly the best day in my eyes, in my opinion. I mean, for other people, they probably would have thought it was a good day, but in my opinion, I don't think that I had my best day. I didn't capitalize on my opportunities.
It's because you're too busy smoking.
It had nothing to do with that. It's just, it wasn't, I don't know. I was using, I'm not going to say it's an excuse, but I was using a new rod. And I don't know. I that day I didn't feel like I was on my game,
Yeah. Huh. So I opened up this bear hug, this hazy bear hug, and it's, wow. It tastes pretty different compared to the other hazy. I feel like this has more of, I don't know what's the fruit, like a passion fruit or something. Let me see. Do a little quick diversion here. It doesn't say. It says born in Chicago. Usually there'll be some little spiel about, the beer.
Doesn't say anything. Don't say chit.
See, man? They gotten away from their craft beer roots.
It's all about the flashy neon bear.
Yeah. I think it's like passion fruit or something.
Grapefruit?
No, not grapefruit. I actually love grapefruit. My mom randomly gave me a grapefruit one day.
It's good for breakfast.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like grapefruit.
A little bit of sugar.
No. I don't add sugar to grapefruit. No. It's already pretty sweet.
Just a little bit. You just dab a little bit in it.
Yeah.
But I'm a sugar freak, though. Like, I love sugar.
A lot of people don't like grapefruit.
I like the taste of it by itself.
Yeah, I ate it by myself. I ate a whole grapefruit. I usually eat one half, save the rest for later. But this last time I ate the whole thing. And what us Asian people do, we like the salty and spicy and sour and sweet. So the grapefruit's already salty, or not salty, excuse me, sweet and sour, a little bit of bitter. But we make a sauce with fish sauce and peppers. So it's I wouldn't call it the Holy Trinity because there's like four things going on. So sweet, sour, spicy, salty.
It's like a party on your taste buds.
Yeah, quadrinity. So basically, when you eat most Asian foods, those are the four things that you got going on. So grapefruit, yeah, fish sauce and peppers. Uh, Sour apples, fish sauce and peppers.
Something different.
Yeah. But anyways, we're kind of going off
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, rabbit hole. But what were we talking about before the beer?
Goals
Oh yeah, goals
for camping.
Sorry
Or
guys,
for
if this
fishing
is
and
kind of all
camping
over.
this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any specifics? Do you want to catch a certain type of fish?
I mean, I always want to catch fish with stripes or fish with whiskers.
Be nice to see a walleye,
Walleye would be cool.
a big one.
A big one. We saw two on Saturday. You caught a little one, and Matt caught a little one. Yeah. Cigars. They were cigars.
The one I caught was right when we got there, first thing in the morning. Literally the first fish I caught.
Yeah, first fish.
First drop. So
That lake's got
I
decent.
don't know. Maybe I'll set my alarm for bright and early since we're camping. And maybe I'll try and fish specifically for that.
So I'm trying to think. Man, as far as goals for me, I just want to go there and have a good time. And just go there, set everything up.
It's easy.
I know,
Not the setup part, but the having a good time part.
right? I just want to go there, set everything up, hope nothing breaks, hope that I don't forget anything, and that everything just works. Like my camera, my live scope, my GoPros.
Hope the ice.
Yeah, hope the ice is good. Like the fishing, I don't know. I mean, I know we're probably gonna have decent windows of fishing while we're there.
Yeah. Just got to capitalize when it's hot.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about that. But as far as the gear, I just hope everything works, nothing breaks, and just to get back out, out of there, safe and sound. Because there's some risk involved with ice camping. Because you got your heater. I'm going to bring out a carbon monoxide detector because, sure, the buddy heaters, they got an oxygen sensor, but I don't know if I trust my life
Yeah.
to that.
I think definitely you need to let somebody know that you trust where you're going.
Yeah.
That you can trust not to blow up where you're going as well.
Yeah. I mean, and we're kind of doing a buddy system.
Yep.
So it's not like a solo trip. So if anything does go wrong, we got like, you got me and I got you.
Right.
So,
Don't camp by yourself if you don't think the ice is safe, guys. That's one piece of advice I will give you.
Yeah.
I think you're fine on anything that's 8 to 12 inches by yourself.
And man, it gets the freaking video turned off.
Aw.
Anyways, hold on. Let me go. No, we can leave that on.
Okay.
We keep that going. All right. Anyways, back to what? What were you saying?
Buddy system.
Buddy system.
Yeah, just be safe. Like, let somebody know where you're going. If you can, camp with somebody or near somebody that you know, and just have fun. I mean, that's the one thing that I think you need to bring a little bit of beer.
A little bit of beer because
maybe the fishing might not be as fuego, and maybe the beer drinking might be.
it won't be on fire all the time.
No.
No, there's gonna be extended periods where nothing's going on.
Right.
Case in point, the last time we went fishing, after lunch, sucked all the way up until the afternoon.
Yep.
And then at night, I'm a pessimist when it comes to night fishing. Once that sun goes down, we're probably gonna have an hour or two to kill. If there is a night bite, it probably won't happen till later.
Like 10.
Probably like 10 o'clock at
10,
night or
11
something.
o'clock. Like,
Because every single time we've been there and we've been staying till sunset, it's just a switch where they're like biting, 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 biting on fire.
I think you
And
can.
it just turns off.
I think you can get the crappie to bite at night. I think that's definitely an achievable goal.
I guess if I used a drastic plastic the whole time,
With a glow jig.
probably just by itself,
Yeah.
I bet those times where it slows down, just using that tiny, tiny presentation,
They'll
I could probably
hit.
keep on catching
Yeah.
fish, but I want to catch big fish.
I'm talking about at night, though.
At night,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe I will tie on like a glow tungsten or something.
I've got a glow pinhead minnow and another. I've actually got a lot of glow tungstens that I can use. So, yeah, that's one thing I want to accomplish. I also, I've been kind of disappointed, man. I want to hear that noise. I want to hear that jaw jacker go off, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to be able to run from the tent and grab that pole, and it hasn't happened yet this year. So I think you showed me how to use one the other day, and I don't know. I think that'll be cool, whether it's Saturday or Sunday if it happens.
Mike.
I think that's gonna be the coolest thing of the weekend for me is to hear a jaw jacker go off. That's what I want.
Yeah. That would be cool. Like,
And a 10-pound, 8-pound wiper, that'd be cool too.
if I set up a jaw jacker when I go to bed
Get
and
woken up.
because I got a
Yeah.
big old crappie head on there. Because whatever is gonna take that thing should be a good one.
If you get woken up by a wiper.
I don't know if a wiper would hit it. Not a crappie head.
No?
Not at night. Not saying it's impossible, but it's unlikely.
They say that flathead are dormant in the wintertime.
So I had some buddies to go out. My Colorado friends. They went to somewhere in Nebraska, and one of them caught a flathead through the ice.
No snag?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No? Really?
Yeah, it was probably, I don't know, if I had to guess weight, maybe like 10 pounds. It was a decent little flathead.
That's fun. Huh. Because I saw a kid here in Iowa caught a really nice one last year.
Yeah. In the mouth?
Supposedly. A lot of guys get on there and say that they're dormant. They don't eat in the wintertime through the ice. But I've also seen a YouTube video where a flathead gets caught through the ice. So I don't know if it's a late ice thing, early ice.
Probably late ice, I'm guessing.
I think that'd be something that'd be cool to do at some point.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone's going out specifically to target flatheads through the ice.
No, it'd be kind of a unicorn catch. But it'd be cool.
It would be cool. But I don't think it's something people really can go out and set to do because, as far as I know, I'm not a flathead expert or anything, but they brumate. They don't hibernate. But it's basically the cold water version of hibernating. Basically, everything slows down. Their body kind of shuts down, and they just sit there, don't eat, don't use any energy. I don't know if they sleep or they're just, because they can't close their eyes. But a lot of flathead guys will tell you that flatheads basically become inactive during the wintertime.
That's what I read on the message boards.
Yeah.
A lot of guys will say, "Oh, they probably snagged it."
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not impossible, but I think generally speaking, flatheads are brumating during the wintertime. If you want to use the correct terminology.
Maybe I just miss flatheads. Maybe that's just the problem.
I don't know. What else you got?
I'm excited for my new rod. I like it.
Carbon?
Yeah, I got a Saki carbon rod, walleye rod.
You didn't use it last time?
No, I did, but I'm excited to actually capitalize on catching a bigger fish on it this time. I swung and missed at least twice, so.
I swung and missed probably like 50 times
Yeah.
that one day.
Yeah. I don't know. The last couple of trips I haven't. I got sick the last time, and then I don't know. This last time I just didn't feel like I was in my mode, in my zone, I guess. So I'm gonna try and come into this trip with a better attitude and more focus and determination, and try and capitalize on all my opportunities.
Oh, see, for me, since we're camping, my focus isn't really gonna be on fishing.
Yeah.
So I'm just there to be as comfortable as possible and hope shit don't break. Just hope everything works. Hope my lights work. Hope all my batteries don't die prematurely.
Shouldn't be too much wind. So
I don't know. I might either bring earplugs or headphones. Because any wind at all, that tent starts shaking. Like, like things are flapping.
it's only supposed to be 9.
That's enough to get flaps and things, banging around on your
Flapping.
on your tent. And if that's at night, yeah, you do not want to hear all that. I guess I'm a pretty light sleeper. And when things are like flapping, the wind's blowing, and because I've been out there on some pretty windy nights and the wind is howling, the tent is shaking, you are not sleeping in that.
Have you camped at this location?
No, I never camped here.
Okay.
So every single year I've camped at a different body of water. So this is my fourth. Yeah, this is gonna be my fourth year that I'm gonna ice camp, and it's been at a different location.
Man, I hope there's a night bait. I really do, just so
I hope so too. But
so it can prove us both wrong.
yeah, I hope so too. But I'm a pessimist when it comes to the night bite.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I've seen it. Like I've been out on bigger bodies of water this year at night, and had a little bit of luck right before the sun went down. But after the sun went down, it was like
It's like that every time for me.
I will admit I had 2 bites I missed that were pretty damn good. And could have been walleye-ish, but I missed them, and yeah. But other than that, it's finicky, man. They'll cut you a lot of lookers. I'll get a lot of them come up, look, but they're not aggressive.
I think my thing is, they get their fill as the sun is setting, and then once the sun goes down, they kind of just turn off. And at that point, I'm ready to get out of there. One, because I either got to work the next day or I want to come back at 4 a.m. So
Right.
I'm not going to stick around until 10 o'clock at night, where maybe that's when they start biting again.
Right.
So if there's going to be a night bite, it's probably going to be later at night. Like maybe, I don't know. I'm just throwing a number out there. 10 o'clock, 11, midnight, something like that.
Makes sense. I don't know. Fish eat when they're hungry.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that we have an understanding of when they're hungry.
But
They're just, I don't know. I think they're just like us. When they're hungry, they're going to eat. So
yeah.
they're not all on the same schedule either,
Yeah.
theoretically.
Theoretically. Unless they're schooling fish, so they're kind of all doing the same kind of thing. Because the crappies, the white bass, the white catfish, not so much. They just do whatever.
I don't think the big walleyes school together. Big walleyes don't.
Like they'll probably roam in groups of maybe 2 or 3 or something.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm not like a fish expert. I just catch fish. I'm not a fish behavior expert. Even though I can trick them into biting my lure every now and then.
How did you asked me how I thought our last trip was. How do you think our last trip went for you from your perspective?
Oh, the morning bite was a banger, but I feel with just that bit more pressure of people being there.
Yeah.
There was more foot traffic, more sonars pinging off of everybody, and I believe that they can feel all that stuff. To me, it makes sense because usually it's me and you there, or one other person.
Man, I don't want to blame anybody, but
Oh, there was a guy that hasn't been there before.
there's a guy that was there who I'm not going to name. He was there, and I'm just saying, fishing's been fire all year till that guy showed up.
Yeah, because there was another guy. He's been going there, and the fishing has been
Fishing's
good.
been fine.
But this, we'll call him the fourth party.
Yeah.
We'll call him the fourth party. He shows up. Basically, as soon as he shows up, 9, 10 o'clock, that's when everything just shut off. And it didn't even pick back up.
No.
Because usually, if it slows down during the daytime, the last few times we've been going out, once 3, 4 o'clock hits, like, okay, fish are moving, we're catching fish.
I'm not going to specifically blame this person, but it's just a coincidence that the fishing kind of sucked.
Yeah, I think it's just the slightly bit more pressure.
Yeah, it was. It's all right, though.
But
it's good to see that person out there on the ice. Finally.
We can't talk too much shit because we might need his help when he brings out his snow dog and he can pull our stuff around at a later point in the season. He'll know who he is when he listens to this.
I'm sure he's listening. He didn't catch the big drum this weekend though. One of my buddies did.
Yeah, your buddy caught a big drum.
Yeah, it was like a 7-pound drum almost.
That's crazy.
I asked him. I said, "Do you guys have trouble getting it through?" He goes, "Man, it was tough. It was a pretty tall fish."
Yeah, they're so tall.
He said it was tough to pulling it through an 8-inch hole.
Yeah, they're so tall.
He thought it was a walleye.
Everybody thinks they're walleyes until they see them.
They're like, "Oh, it's a giant walleye," and then he's like, "Wait a minute." He's like, the more I looked at it, he's like, it's some kind of carp.
I saw a local guy. He caught a carp through the ice.
Yeah, looked like fun.
He didn't look like
on a clam pinhead
Oh,
minnow.
well, he's a Clam Pro staff right here.
Yeah.
Clam Pro staff right here.
He actually is Clam Pro staff. I'm just a guy that buys a lot of their products and uses a lot of them, and I don't know.
See, you said it looks like he had a blast, but
he wasn't really smiling.
if you look at his picture, it looks like he couldn't care less.
Yeah, he was like, "Man,
but at
stupid carp."
At the same time, he has that look on every fish. He could be holding a 30-inch walleye.
30-inch walleye and be like, "Yeah."
Like, yes, I caught 30-inch walleye. Take my picture.
Smile. Show some happiness.
Aren't you happy? When we pulled up that catfish,
I'd probably be the most enthusiastic pro staff there is. Like,
dude, when I pulled up that catfish, I was going nuts.
You went ham, man. I've been fishing around this guy a long time, and I shouldn't say a long time, but enough.
A few years.
This catfish, man. Kit was he got excited.
Oh, I was excited.
And I was excited. I mean, it got my adrenaline going. But man, I've never seen him jump up and down. He was excited.
Yeah, I jumped out of my seat.
He did. As soon as I grabbed it with both hands, he jumped up and he was like, "Woo!" It was cool to see, though. It's cool to see that raw emotion, because you don't always get to see that unless you're there in person. Because the videos don't always show that, you know.
But you guys will see it in an upcoming video.
Yeah, it was cool. That was a cool fish, cool moment to witness. Because I got to see the fish before he did.
Yeah, because it was underneath.
It was underneath us, and I looked down back underneath us, and I could see that fish from probably 7 feet down below us, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, it's a big cat."
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, shit!"
And then it came up right below the hole, and Kit was like, "Oh my god!"
it was doing a death roll in the hole.
It was dicey. It was wrapped up. I was like, "It's wrapped." I was having PTSD flashbacks from last year, and I'm like, "Do I grab it?" And you're using braid, so I felt more confident in your line.
Yeah, I think braid.
Even though your leader wasn't braid, right?
I got a fluoro leader. I think I have a 6-pound leader and 6-pound braid.
Okay.
Or is it 5-pound braid? I don't remember.
And I didn't want to touch the fish until I saw what it was going to do, and it ended up starting to poke its head up. And once it started to do that, I knew I was going to be able to get my hands around it. And after that, it was game over.
It was a death roll. It was just like a little tornado in the hole.
Yeah, it was a cool moment, but
that was cool.
That was a good fish. Yeah, for sure.
I think so far that's been my highlight of the season.
That big one?
That catfish. Yep.
I don't know, man. You had two nice hybrids.
Oh yeah, I was not as excited.
No,
I mean, I was excited.
no. That catfish has you. That's probably your most exciting fish this year. That you as far as you.
Yeah, it was jump out of my seat.
Yeah.
I was hysterical.
Yeah. I think it's because the afternoon was such a grind.
It was.
You know, and it was even for me, like I was having bad moments, and for a fish like that to come along, and for we've been doing it for this what our third. That was like our what third trip, fourth.
It was our
Fourth trip. I think it was our fourth trip, but we've been waiting for a big catfish like that.
Yeah, we've seen them swim by.
Multiple. Every
Yeah.
single time we've been there, and we're
Yep.
just like, and you keep joking about singing this song. You're like, I'm gonna sing this song when it comes along. You didn't sing it because you were so excited.
Yeah.
But it was nice for the grinder of a day that afternoon ended up being. It was nice to see a fish like that come along and kind of save the day.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It's funny. A guy at work. So Matt told him about it, and it's funny because he doesn't really fish, but he's grown up around fishing. He was excited for me. Like he came up to me and talked to me about it. Like you could just tell the look on his face. He was excited. He was like, "I can't believe you did that. Like I'm so happy for you." Like thanks, man. He couldn't even believe it. Like he was excited about it.
People, it's crazy. You know, people who don't fish, you show them pictures, and sometimes to me the reactions are funny. Like I'll be in a customer's house and I'll show them a big flathead picture, you know, and one lady, she was just like, "Ew, get that away from me," and I was like, "What?"
Well, not everybody fishes.
Right? No, she was a teacher. But it was weird to see her reaction like that, and everybody has different reactions to fishing pictures. But yeah, that's kind of a cool story.
Yeah.
That he was happy for you.
Yeah. Nathan. I can't say his last name because it is not safe for work. And it starts with the D. Nathan D.
Nate, we'll just say Nate D.
Yeah. Nate Dog. I don't know. I think we should probably wrap things up here. I think we're kind of treading the same ground. But you got any last words?
Words of advice.
Sure. Words of whatever.
Words of wisdom. If you got to fart and you're not sure, don't do it, guys. You could end up regretting it. That's all I gotta say.
Talk to the mic, buddy.
That's all I gotta say about that. If you got to fart and you're not sure, don't do it, because it might be a shark.
Sound advice.
That's my wisdom for this week.
That's probably gonna be advice.
Presentation. I will say this: bait presentation.
Yeah. What about it?
Make sure when you're jigging, your bait isn't all jacked up.
Yeah, like the hook isn't caught up on the line all sideways.
Yeah, or your bare jig spoon that you're using, and your trebles aren't up into your eyelet or your.
Yeah. Or if you're cooking cut bait on, make sure everything is nice and clean. Not like sticking out sideways or anything weird like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, the shark thing, we might have to take that into consideration if we camp after eating all this good food. Because that pineapple sauce, I want to make it spicy. So
Oh God.
at least there won't be any issues getting stuff out. The worst thing is you walk all the way.
This is the opposite of what I'm used to for camping, like MREs, eating food that's going to stuff me up when I was in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
So when I get done camping, I can't poop for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
This is the opposite.
See, the worst
It's a
thing,
nice change of pace.
Yeah, the worst thing you want to happen is, okay, I got to stop fishing. I got to go up the hill half a mile to the little hole in the ground toilet just to go up there and sit there and nothing happens. And then you walk back and your stomach still
You
hurts.
take your sled with your heater and your propane tank with you, and you carry that up to the, or pull it up to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Be a good trip.
Yeah, like I said, I just hope everything works, nothing breaks. All my GoPros and cameras work. Hopefully, I get my GoPro Amateur 10 back from GoPro. I sent it in at the end of December. Today is January 16th. I called them last week, like, oh, yeah, we're resuming processing from the holidays next week. So I think tomorrow. So you should get an email sometime this week.
Oh.
Like, oh, cool, thanks. Hopefully I get my GoPro Hero 10 back, and it probably won't fix the issues that I have, because I don't think it's the camera. I think it's software.
Just the audio.
Yeah, it's because...
Something that's been a continuous thing throughout their generations of cameras.
Yeah. I just hope everything works. We make it out in one piece. You know, we don't get hurt, injured, whatever. Eat good food. Hopefully don't poop our pants while we're out there.
Yeah, no sharding.
Other
Maybe catch a couple PBs.
Yeah, PBs.
That'd be nice.
Or close to PBs.
Or close. I'd be cool with just catching some really nice fish.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, I would take just decent fish, even if it isn't on fire.
I'd like to see a 14, 15, 16-inch crappie. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. That's asking for a lot. 16.
Yeah. Well, they don't come around very often.
Yeah.
But you figure if you spend over 24 hours on the ice, you might have a shot.
Yeah.
You know, just as much of a shot as catching a 12 to 15 pound channel or an 8 to 10 pound wiper. You know, I like my odds. I'll take them. I'm a gambling man.
Yeah, a 10-pound wiper would be awesome.
Dude, I'm telling you that.
I think they're there. They're there. We haven't seen it. The biggest we've seen is like 5 pounds, 5-6 pounds.
5-6 pounds. The one Bacon had was pretty big.
I'd say 5-6 pounds. His was
Same size.
I think so. I think the biggest.
I think all of ours are around the same size.
Yeah,
5,
all the
pounds.
bigger ones that we've caught, 5-6 pounds.
That'd be-
Hopefully that doesn't give away where we're fishing at.
A 10 pound would be nice though.
That would be cool.
And it'd be epic to catch it on camera.
A carp would be cool too.
Yeah,
maybe-
maybe we should bring corn with.
Yeah.
Just corn on a jaw jacker.
You know, just leave it like 10 feet down. I think those high cruisers, those really, really big fish
Carp.
cruising up super high,
Yeah.
those guys are probably carp.
Oh man, we should.
I got corn.
We should. I've got a can in my car.
See, we can eat the corn and put some corn on a hook.
We'd have corn with steak and rice.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'll have mixed veggies with the rice.
I was thinking about getting asparagus and steak
Asparagus.
and
Steak.
mushrooms.
Fancy.
I,
What kind of steak?
my boss said I should get filet mignon,
Filet mignon.
but I'm a big New York strip guy. I like New York.
Oh, I love
strips.
New York strip.
Yeah.
It's, I mean,
either New York strip or top sirloin. Those are, I'm not like, I like filet mignon, but I'm more of a strip guy.
yeah, I like New York strip.
Or a
Ribeye.
sirloin.
I really love
Ribeye's
ribeye.
good too.
Ribeye's really good.
Maybe do 2 ribeyes, 2 New York strips.
That's a lot of food.
It's okay.
Now, if you really want to take a dump, eat 2 steaks a piece.
It's America. I mean, you only get to do these things so often,
But don't forget, we still got.
But we could have breakfast. So
You know, we gotta plan our
you could
meals
do-
a little bit.
you could do a strip for dinner and then do ribeye and eggs and bacon for.
That's a lot of food.
Hey,
I'm not trying to shit myself out there. The guy that was talking about making spicy hot sauce.
I mean, if you're gonna go out there, and you might as well just go bougie and do it all big. That's just my thing.
I say one steak. We'll do one meal of steak, and then we'll do like a breakfast, just regular breakfast
Let's
stuff.
do bacon, eggs, and rice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna make rice, so we'll just have rice.
Bacon, eggs, and rice. That was fire that one morning when we camped.
Yep, and then we do steak and rice, and then we'll have the lettuce wraps. Yeah.
We'll have plenty of food between the fish, snacks.
Famous last words.
Beer.
Fish. Beer. Yeah, bring some beer out there.
I'm gonna bring some beer and bring some
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring like a jug of water.
the whole jug, gallon.
Yeah,
Easier to
gallon.
pack.
Yep.
Easier to pack.
And then you don't have
Less
to worry
space.
about dealing with 6 empty little water bottles.
Better for the environment too.
Yeah.
Less plastic usage.
All right. I think that's gonna wrap it up, guys. So leave a review, share, especially if you made it. Especially if you made it to this point. I mean, I think you're fully invested if you've made it this far, and you're listening to this little spiel. Check out Butters.
Arlie's still trying to figure out where we're going. So you know he's listening.
Lake X, but our time is running down. So check out Butters' channels, Central Iowa Anglers.
Yeah.
Go check out my
Fishing
Fishing Kit YouTube channel.
Yeah.
If you're getting excited about this ice fishing trip or this ice camping trip, it'll be on there. Other than that, guys, we'll catch you later. Cheers.